Does your house look like this, but you dream of it looking like this? Then this is the show for you. If you'd like to make some money for yourself and a good cause of your choosing, we've got a team of experts who can help you rescue, refurbish and recycle all your old clutter so you can turn your trash into cash. Does your house look like this? Absolutely jam-packed with clutter? Well, don't despair. Thousands of homes across the country look exactly the same. Now, if your answer to that problem is simply to dump the lot, don't. We're here to show you how to turn all that trash into cash. We've come to Blackheath in South East London today to meet hoarderholic Sian Tribe. She lives with her husband Paul, who's a chartered surveyor, and their 3 children. 17-year-old Tom, 14-year-old Phoebe and Will, who's 10, in this 5-bedroom family home. Now, this might be a big house, but that's certainly not stopped Sian filling it with junk, and her family are at their wits' end.
As you can see, there is clutter everywhere, and I need to do something about it, really. My mother is a terrible hoarder, and I think I've inherited that from her. I always like to find a bargain. The problem is I've got too many hobbies that involve bits and pieces, and flower arranging is one of them, and you sort of need props. It's very difficult to get rid of things, therefore, because they might come in handy.
A lifetime of hoarding isn't an easy habit to break, and as Sian's family don't want anything to do with her clutter, she's called in her trusty friend of 15 years, Georgina. But I'm not convinced that's the best news.
Like Sian, yes, I'm a bit of a collector, but I try to get rid of some of my clutter by having a stall at a local antique market. But unfortunately, it hasn't helped Sian because she comes along and buys things from me. And she also looks for things for me to sell and keeps them herself, so it hasn't helped Sian at all.
You might be part of Sian's problem, Georgina, but your mission now is to be part of the cure and clear out the clutter from this beautiful house. You won't have to do it on your own, though, because I've brought along my own decluttering duo to help clear out Sian's unwanted junk. Our eagle-eyed experts and trash-transforming duo are today Mark Franks and Paul Hayes. I'm hoping they found plenty to sell. How are you getting on?
Hello. I found that.
Yes, and
I'm not really sure what came first, that or that.
Very clever. Have you found anything we can sell?
Well, I've been working hard, but I think it's going to be a photo finish, I think, today, between me and you.
Their jokes never get any better, do they? Thankfully, the final member of our trash-transforming troupe, handyman Danny, sticks to what he knows best. He'll be refurbishing and revitalising anything that Mark and Paul think can make us a tidy profit. Our soldiers of fortune are poised and ready for action, so it's time to find out why Sian wants to raise some cash from her trash.
When I get rid of all my stuff, I want to fully embrace my new clutter-free life. For a while now, I've been interested in feng shui, and I'd really like to have a proper consultation at the house. And maybe I'll have a clutter-free mind at the end of it.
Sian's already saved a fair bit of money towards her feng shui consultation, and she's hoping that we can raise the last £250 from these piles of junk. It's a mighty big ask, and you don't get something for nothing on this show, so before Paul and Mark can get stuck in, Sian has to agree to my trash to cash deal. I know you want to make £250 for the feng shui treatment, so I'm really happy to bring in experts who can help you do that. But in exchange, I'd like to see us make another £250 for a good cause, which you can choose and let me know a bit later on. So you up for that deal?
OK, yep.
All right, OK, well, time to meet your experts then. And Sian, you're with...
Hello.
May I say, Mr. Mark Franks.
Hi.
Georgina, you've got Paul Hayes.
Hello.
OK, so we've got the blondes versus the brunettes this week.
Yeah,
nice.
no grey going on here, is there?
Blondes are more fun.
Well, we'll see about that. Whatever fun you're going to have, you need to make £500, gentlemen.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes, I wouldn't count your chickens before they hatch, Mr. Franks. OK, off you go. Go and find me some stuff to sell. As the clear out of the tribe's home gets underway, Paul's headed straight for the living room, where he's hoping to weave his magic and get ahead in the race to become the trash to cash king.
Ah, now we're talking. So where do these come from, do you know?
I think Sian might have found that one on the skip.
All right, I thought you were going to say somewhere exotic, like brought back from holiday.
Yeah.
Well, these are natural fibres. This is rattan. And rattan's a very long vine that grows in the Far East, and you can chop it down, and it's a wonderful substance for making baskets and boxes, just like this one is here. It's actually like a cat basket, isn't it? As I can imagine.
I can't imagine what that would have been used for, actually. That
Could be a big
shape.
sombrero. Maybe not. This one, on the other hand, is a wicker.
Yes.
Now, this is a lot different. It's a lot sturdier.
I can't believe she found this one on a skip, because I've bought a similar one as a log basket, and they're quite expensive.
Yeah, they are. If these get damp, they can rot away, but this is in great condition. So I think, value-wise, you're looking at least £20, £30 for this one, 10 or 20 for the other.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think that Sian would be glad to get rid of those?
I think so, yes.
To make our target figure of £500, that's £250 for the feng shui and £250 for the good cause, our two teams can sell their items wherever they think they'll make the most money. Now that could mean specialist shops, through internet and newspaper adverts, local dealers, or even at auction.
£40 will be done at £40 and gone. £40, 438.
Whatever's left over will be piled onto 2 stalls and sold here at a grand house sale in a couple of weeks' time. We'll be inviting friends, neighbours, relatives, dealers, collectors, anyone we think can save Sian's clutter from the skip. But that's not all. We've got another crucial challenge to conquer, because Sian's desperate for our help to clear out the clutter-filled spare bedroom.
Oh dear, the guest room has been so full of clutter, we haven't really been able to have guests because you just can't get in there. And it's a shame because it's a lovely size, and we'd like to have a few guests.
Well, Sian, maybe this will be the first step to feng shuiing the house. And I'm certainly not going to rest until all this clutter is gone and this tired spare room is transformed into a calm and tranquil place for visiting guests. Thanks to his discovery in the living room, Mr. Hayes has charged ahead in the race to become the trash to cash king. So it looks like you better get cracking, Mark.
Well, we've got a pile of stones.
We've got a pile of stones. Oh, wow. Not just a pile of stones. These beauties are York stone, aren't they?
Yep.
I thought you knew. York stone is basically a form of limestone. It's very, very strong, and it comes in layers. Can you see the way it's sort of layered? So as it wears, you get these lovely ridges. It's very, very popular. Where did it come from?
Came from the garden. We were having the garden done up, and we didn't want to throw them away. So we just piled them up, just in case.
Oh, I'm so glad. Because this, if you look at it, has got what's called patina. This lovely green and all these mixed colours on there. That takes years to establish. Not everyone really wants these brand new, shiny, horrible tiles. And especially the concrete tiles, you use chemicals to make those, whereas these are natural. So these are a lot better for the environment. It is very desirable, but at the house sale, it's going to be tricky.
Yep.
So what we need to do is find a reclamation yard. We get on the internet, get the old phone book out and see what we can do.
OK.
I would imagine 30 to 50 quid.
Excellent.
It's a good start, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, what else have we got?
Well, we've got this cupboard here, which a friend of mine made, Bob.
Bob?
And he went in the bathroom in our old house, and it just didn't fit in here.
It doesn't, does it, really? I've got an idea. What we'll do with this is we'll show it to Danny, the DIY man, and he'll turn this into something wonderful and very saleable. Let's go and find him. Come on.
OK.
That's what I like to see, Mark. A bit of recycling and restoring. Good man. Now, if you've got some old, unwanted furniture lying around, here's a way of sprucing it up a bit and recycling it into cash. If you're revamping a cabinet, first you need to give it a good scrub to remove all the dirt. Once it's dry, sand it down to ensure the surface is even and ready for painting. Next, you need to paint it with a water-based vinyl paint. It's non-toxic, and the great thing is it dries really quickly. Finally, attach some new handles. The best way is to drill holes into the doors with an electric drill, but make sure you place a block of wood against them to stop the doors from splintering. An old, unwanted piece of furniture is transformed into a thoroughly modern-looking cabinet that's ready to be recycled to a new owner at the house sale. It's early days, chaps, but you're both doing a sterling job and have already rescued some of the tribe's unwanted clutter that was destined for the skip. Well, Mr. Franks, you reckon you've dug out around £80 worth of trash that can be recycled into cash. Good start. And it puts you in the lead because I'm afraid you've only found an estimated £50 worth of clutter, Paul. The boys are working hard and finding plenty of stuff to recycle, which gives me a chance to have a quick chat with Sian.
Well, you've had a bit of time to think about it, so have you chosen a good course?
I have actually. It's called the Ahoy Centre. It's based in Greenwich, on Greenwich Reach, and it's a sailing and boating activity centre. And it enables children and disabled people and retired people from the local communities to sail and otherwise experience sort of boating activities they would never have experienced before. So I think it's quite a good course.
Next, of course, will be sorting out the feng shui of this house. If you're going to get that done, we really need to get on with the moving out of the general clutter that we can see, don't you think?
Absolutely.
So let's go and find out what the boys have been up to.
Well, a feng shui session would do wonders for Sian's hoarding habit, but in the meantime, we'll have to make do with Mr. Franks, who's busying himself in the backyard. Having measured the slabs, Mark works out there's 8 square metres of York stone and gets on the phone to a local reclamation dealer who he's hoping will take the lot.
I've got some York stone to sell. Would you be interested? Oh, good. All right, I'll see you shortly. Cheers. Thank you, John. Bye.
With a sample on board, Mark and Sian head straight to the dealer's yard. Remember, they're hoping to get £50 for the lot.
John,
Pleased to
spoke
meet
to you on
you.
the phone. This is Sian.
Hi.
Pleased to
Got
meet
some
you.
lovely York stone. Tell him all about it.
Well, John, there's about 8 metres of it, 8 square metres. And I thought, oh, it's got a bit of weathering, so it might have a bit of value there. Looks
Well
good.
done, Sian. You've taught her well, Mr. Franks, but will the dealer be swayed by Sian's knowledge?
It is quite a nice York stone. It's got a lovely depth to it, and the colour's nice. But the problem is,
Yeah.
why we won't be able to offer you much for this is it's
Yeah.
all in crazy paving size. What they normally like is sheets.
Crazy Pavement's coming back, isn't it?
Good girl.
Ah, nice try, Sian, but the dealer's not convinced.
What about 70, I was thinking?
I can't really. I'd want to give about £5 per metre.
£5 per metre. You're making me do maths now.
That's
eh?
What do you meet in the middle at 60?
I really would prefer to pay £5 a metre for it.
Crikey, he's a tough nut to crack, isn't he? I think you're stuck between a rock and a hard place with this one, Mark. You better think of something quick if you're going to help Sian get a bit more than 40 quid for this lot. As they try to haggle for a better price, Paul and Georgina are taking advantage of having the run of the house and are determined to get ahead in the race for the trash-to-cash crown.
Sian's got some things here in the box that I know she's keen to get rid of.
All right, some glass items.
Yes, yeah.
Right. Well, lots of people tend to throw these out nowadays, but they can be recycled and find a new home for them. Well, these are great. Very Art Deco, that one, isn't it? It's brightly coloured and it's geometric, so it's dead 1920s, 1930s. The more colourful these are, the better. So I see you've got this nice sort of amber colour ones here. You've got these lovely green ones here. Look at that. They're beautiful, aren't they? But we use glass every day. And here in the UK, we actually go through 3 million tonnes of the stuff.
Goodness.
All right, so chances are what we use every day has already been recycled. But items like this, really, they want to be saved from that.
Are these the sorts of things that would be good for the house sale?
Well, they are, but I think really we're looking for somebody that's more interested in antique bits and pieces.
Okay.
And I did notice on the way here, actually, there's a shop locally. So they might be interested in them.
I'm glad to see you've got your wits about you, Mr. Hayes. That saves a hunt through the phone book, at least.
Rather than this type. When I first started, these were sort of £1, maybe £2 a piece. Nowadays, you could be looking £5 or £6, not a bit more.
Good.
So I think potentially you've maybe £30 to £50 there for that lot.
Fantastic.
All right, but it means a quick trip with me in the car.
OK.
I'll introduce you to my cassette collection. OK, let's keep looking.
You poor woman, Georgina. Goodness only knows what era that collection came from. Still, if you can make 30 quid from the glass pieces, it may ease the pain. Paul's catching up in the race to be the trash-to-cash king. So for your sake, Mark, I hope you've got what it takes to get a bit more cash out of this fella for the York stone. So far, the dealer's only offered Sian £40, and he's certainly not short of reasons why.
relatively safe because we do store quite a lot of this. We might not get rid of it for a long time. It might sit here for years.
Go on, squeeze him up, you can do it.
It's just so nice and weathered. I think probably worth a little bit more. How about 50?
Go on, John, a cheeky £50 note.
That's the spirit, Mark. A bit of the old Mr. Frank's charm always does the trick.
Show me your hand, 50 quid.
I'll go for £50.
Excellent. Thanks, John.
Thank you very much.
That's lovely.
That's a good deal, and Sian's delighted with the result.
Well, I'm really pleased because it's been sitting around for years and it probably would have stayed there forever. And to get 50 quid when I would have given it away is fantastic.
Give it away? We don't give anything away. Sian might be happy now, but will she feel the same after she's seen the transformation of the cluttered spare room? I hope she approves, otherwise this room is likely to remain as a hoarding hole for all of the tribe's clutter. Before we find out, it's time to catch up with the boys.
So how are you getting on then?
Not bad. Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Little birdie's told me that you've already sold something.
Yes, I've sold the Yorkstone already, and there's loads of garden stuff that I've yet to look at, so I'm quite happy.
OK, and what about you?
Well, I found a couple of empty baskets to put things in, but not a lot of things to go in there. Some glassware, actually.
OK, you haven't taken to weaving them yourself yet, then?
No, but if there's a profit in it, you never know.
Well, at the moment, I have to say he's in the lead.
Come on,
so come on, let's get going, eh?
He might be behind, but Paul's not afraid of a challenge and wastes no time in finding something that should help us bank a bit of cash.
Now, here we are. There's an old mirror here. Do you know where that's come from?
Yeah, that was in their other house, and I don't think they want it here. Paul's sort of very particular about the look he has here.
Right, so that's surplus to requirements.
Yes, yeah.
OK, now the big mistake people can do with items like this is to throw them out with unwanted glass items. And the problem is the aluminium foil on the back here contaminates the recycling process.
All right.
I think that's quite a nice one because it has a light on the top. It's a nice sort of modern feature, really. I think you're looking £10, £20 a sort of price spend.
That's good, yeah.
OK, so that's definitely a contender. And what about this old screen here? These are great old Victorian items, aren't they?
Yes, and I think Sian's mother got that with a view to recovering it, didn't get around to it. So then Sian took it herself, and the same things happened.
Right,
I think she's sort of given up on the idea that she's ever going to get around to doing anything about it.
So it's not just the cluttering that runs in the family, there's also a bit of inherited indecision as well. I've got a feeling that Mr. Hayes is going to put pay to that, though.
That would make a great room divider for somebody.
Yes.
We're all short of space these days, and this could hide quite a lot of things that you don't want to be in sight. But it does need a whole new cover. OK, so we can give that one to Danny, our handyman, and see what he can do with it.
OK.
This screen is pretty much worthless in its current state, but once Danny's worked his magic, it should fetch a decent price at the house sale. The first job is to remove the old cloth. Be careful when taking out the nails from the frame. The best tool for the job in this case is to use a hammer lever. Once you've chosen the new material for the screen, you need to measure it out and cut the cloth for size. This is trickier than it sounds, so make sure you double-check your measurements. Finally, attach the cloth to the wooden frame using a staple gun. This is by far the easiest way, but if you don't own a staple gun, then hammering in small tacks will do just as well. And there we have it, a revitalised and recycled dividing screen that we're hoping to get at least £20 for at the house sale. Our search for recyclable clutter is in full swing, and Mark's found a few things in the garden that should help us make a bit of cash.
Now, Sian's a really keen gardener, but all of this stuff is surplus to requirements, and it all comes to money. Have a look here. Terracotta pots, some nice little things to put your plants in. All of these are saleable. Don't put them in the landfill site. Put them in your house sale and get the money back in your pocket. Now, in the summertime, when people come over and you're having a barbecue, you're always short of chairs. We've got two here. We'll clean them up. They'll look like new. There's nothing wrong with them. If it's only a £5 a pair, it's another £5. Now, when Sian was doing the garden, she overbought stock. She bought far too much bark. £3.99 a bag. We've got 3 bags there. We can sell them at half price. It's another £6. All this stuff adds up to money.
That's right, Mr. Franks, and even though this little lot might also look as if it should be piled high on a skip, believe me, there's plenty of cash to be made here. So far, Mark and Sian reckon they've uncovered a tidy £170 worth of junk. It's an impressive total, and they're still out in front of Paul and Georgina, who found around £130 of trash that can be recycled into cash. We're still a long way short of the £500 target we need for the Feng Shui consultation and the good cause. But Paul and Georgina have the chance to put their first money in the bank by selling the box of glassware. Having spotted a suitable shop for the glass bowls, Paul's taken Georgina down to try and make a sale.
We spoke on the phone, and these are some glass items.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, these are some things that we thought the sort of thing you might sell in your shop or
Yes.
maybe use as display items. I noticed you've got similar things.
There's some lovely things here. This sort of Art Deco vase would just look beautiful in a front cabinet. I can see that straight away. And we're always being asked for these, stands. So all of those things would be great for us in the shop.
This is looking promising, Mr. Hayes. Dare I say it, you found a good shop here.
Well, I don't know what you want to do about prices.
We were hoping to get about £60 for the lot.
OK. Well, that seems a bit steep.
Georgina's trying to get as much as she can for the glassware and has upped the price. But I think you're going to have to work hard to get the asking price here, Paul. Back at the house, I've decided to help Mark and Sian sift through some old unwanted books.
Got lots of books that your kids are probably going out of there, haven't you, as well?
But I like them.
Yes, I think that might be defeating the object, actually, because we're supposed to be clearing things we
Yes,
don't need, aren't we?
And
So-
what about all this?
Oh, music, yeah.
Music. Do you know sheet music's been around for over 500 years?
Gosh.
Some of this isn't quite that old, but
No.
even so, there's always, every single year, kids at school, they start to learn this or learn that, all these instruments, and they need sheet music. I mean, there's quite a lot there, isn't there?
Yeah.
And it's very expensive when you buy it new, isn't it?
It is.
So how much of this can actually go?
Well, I've got about 2 or 3 boxes. That's about 40, 50 books.
Even at 50p each, that's more than 20 quid. So, and there's another 20 quid to sheet music, so it's quite a lot, isn't there?
£40 would be a great price for the books and the sheet music, and at this rate, Mr. Franks will be wearing the trash to cash crown. So the pressure's really on for Paul and Georgina to make a packet out of those glass dishes and bowls. Don't forget they want £30 to £50 for the lot, but the dealer's not giving in.
I have to, be able to sell it on as well.
Yes.
If somebody wants to buy it from me, so I have to have a little bit of room to add on to each piece. So let's have a look then. 15
So 15.
here. And what, £10 for that? So that's 25. Can't go no more than £8 on that. And these 2 pieces here, £7 each.
So that's 47.
That's 47, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, I'd like to see a little bit more. You couldn't stretch to 50?
I really feel I can't. I think that, I've been quite generous on these items here. So if you'd like to accept them, I'd love to have them.
It's up to you. I think it's a great offer.
OK, I think so, yes.
OK,
Thanks, Julie.
great.
All
Thank
right.
you.
That's lovely. Thank you very much, Julie.
Thank you.
Well done, Mr. Hayes. £47 is a fantastic result for the glassware, and Georgina's very pleased.
Well, I think we did really well because Sian had those bits and pieces around the house cluttering. I don't think she even had them out of cupboards, so to get nearly 50 quid for it, I think that's good.
It's very good for some old glassware that was just lying around, and speaking of Sian's old clutter, it's time now to see if she'll approve of the transformation of the debris-filled spare bedroom.
Why is this the worst room in the house?
Well, it's full of clutter, as you can see, and it's supposed to be the guest room, but we can't fit any guests in it.
Well, we've got a bit of a surprise for you, so close your eyes. You ready? Mm-hmm. Open your eyes.
Wow.
Bit better, I think, don't you?
Oh, yes. Oh, fantastic.
Instead of that big brown wardrobe that was here, we've got a nice, light, modern wardrobe.
Yes, the perfect guest room.
Yes, I think you might find people want to actually start making bookings now. But it looks a lot lighter and a lot bigger, don't you think?
Isn't it? Yes.
So you pleased with this?
Yeah.
Excellent. OK, we've only a few other rooms to do then.
With the clutter gone, the guest room looks sensational. With some new modern furniture and a few decorative cushions, the room looks brighter and much more comfortable. It's been completely transformed into a relaxing space that will make any guest feel welcome at the Tribe home. Time's running out on today's clear out, and despite being a tad behind, Paul and Georgina have spied something in the hallway that's brightened up their day.
Are these something that Sian's had on the wall then?
I think she might have had that up in her other house.
Well, these are chandeliers, and of course the idea is that they used to burn candles, and the hot wax would go into these drip pans here, which is why they're designed like this. So this same style has been made for over 200 years, but this one's quite new, and it's very important when you're selling anything electrical to make sure the wiring's okay, and they have to be fitted by a certified electrician. Okay?
Okay.
But that being said, these can be recycled and rehoused. I mean, I think they'd look very attractive, actually, even if it wasn't in a house, maybe in a shop or a bar or something like that. And I think they're great things for the house sale.
Can we replace those bits?
These can be bought, actually, but I don't know whether it'd be economic to do that. I think let the next person worry about that. But I should imagine this would fetch 20, maybe £30, and possibly about the same for those two.
OK.
So about £40 there.
Great.
Well done, Mr Hayes. £40 for the chandeliers is a brilliant addition to your coffers. Out in the garage, Mark's dusted off some very nice pieces to add to his collection of valuable clutter.
Are these things we can get rid of?
They are, yes.
Well, what's the story on this big cupboard?
Well, that big cupboard, apparently the doors are really old Indian doors, and a cupboard's been built round that. It was in my old house with the telly in, and it just doesn't go in my new house.
Well, it's quite interesting if you look at it. It's got big, heavy doors, and these rivets are obviously handmade rivets, and it's just a big, big lump. Let's have a look inside. Oh, the door weighs as much as me, nearly. And Frankenstein's monster came out. Look at it. I think this is made of teak. And if you look at the handle on the front there, it's been cut very crudely, just fixed like that. Really, real crude bit of workmanship, but quite charming in a funny old way. Now, the place to get rid of this, I would say, is an auction, because the beauty of an auction is a lot of people can view it online, they can leave bids, the auction house can pick it up from you, and they can deliver it. So it saves you all the aggro, and you can't actually drag that back to the house for the house sale. At auction, I'm seeing this making in excess of 150 quid.
Good.
Not bad?
Yeah.
Makes a bit of room in the garage too. What about this table? What's the story on that?
Well, my mother wanted to eat at it, and I said it's a wee bit low and small, but it's just a lovely table, lovely shape.
I'd say it's 1920s.
OK.
It's got a small gallery, as it's called, at the bottom. I think it's been cut down because proportionally it's a bit shorter than it should be. And if you look at the turning on these legs, they're very crisp. So that's why I'm sort of dating it 1920s, because that would have been machine done rather than hand done.
OK.
The top needs a lot of love. I mean, years of love. But that could all be restored. It's not going to change your life, but I still think that's 30 quid.
Sending the furniture to auction will give it the best chance of being seen by the right buyers, and it will hopefully bank us £180. Remember, if you're thinking of buying or selling at auction, there are various fees to be taken into account, so always check first with your local sale room. The clear out of the tribe's home is now complete. Thanks to your last discoveries, Mark, you've dug out a potential £360 of trash. It's not a bad sum, and it certainly means he's charging ahead of you, Paul, as you've uncovered roughly £245 worth of clutter. All that remains is for you both to turn this lot into cash at the house sale. With the clear out of Sian's home complete, the name of the game now for both teams is to bank as much cash as possible from their gatherings of trash. Thanks to the sale of the glassware, Paul and Georgina have banked £47 so far.
I think it's a great offer.
OK, I think so, yes. Thanks,
OK,
Julie.
great, thank you.
Which means they're almost neck and neck with Mark and Sian, who've made a glorious £50 from the sale of the Yorkstone.
Around 50 quid.
I got £50.
What a gentleman.
Okay.
Thanks, John.
Thank you very much.
That's lovely.
Sian and Georgina have worked hard to promote today's house sale. They've trawled the neighbourhood, putting up posters and delivering leaflets. But will all their hard work pay off?
Now, it's been a few weeks since we're here at Sian's home, and we've got all the clutter on 2 tables with our experts ready to sell, and lots of customers here. So, with no further ado, let's turn all that trash into cash, and I declare this house sale open!
Thanks to Sian and Georgina's efforts, a good crowd has turned up today, and it looks as if Paul may have a buyer for one of the baskets already.
How much do you want for it?
Georgina?
I think we said 20. Yeah.
20? Bit above my budget, that, actually. What's your next best deal?
Can you not go 15?
I was really looking for something lower.
Goodness me, she's a tough cookie.
How much were you prepared to pay?
10. Yeah.
10.
There's a saying in the antique business, one bid is worth 1,000 lookers on.
Yeah.
So if that's a bid, do you think that's all right?
OK, yeah.
OK, that's a deal then, madam. Thank you very much.
Not bad, Paul, but £10 is a bit less than we were hoping for. And I'll bet my bottom dollar that Mark's customers won't get away so easily.
Coles, can you pay any more than £1?
You see, I was right.
£2 and 10 pence. How does that sound? Is it fair?
Yeah, if I've got some change. Hang on.
Come on, Doreen. It's only money, don't make you happy.
Oh, yes, I have. There you are.
What a lovely lady. Can I have that penny as well?
You may.
Thank you very much.
Well, every penny counts, and that was 211 of them. Well done, Mr. Franks. Nice to see the old charm in action.
Anybody want some bark?
Bag of bark, anything else?
Crikey, these two are like twins.
Sarah, I know you need some.
Couple of quid. Thank you, madam.
Mark Franks, I'm shocked. Having taken their £2, he could have at least helped these ladies carry the bag of bark to their car.
Welcome to all friends. All friends are welcome here.
Well, the boys are very, very busy. They're at their stores and selling well. So I felt morally obliged to do the same. I've got my tombola in place, £1 a ticket. Let's turn some trash into cash. Right, ladies, who's first then? Lovely. Help yourself.
Thank you very much.
Anything in particular takes your fancy?
The Pictionary, actually.
Oh, right, OK.
Yes. Oh, 56.
About 56. Is that a winner? Oh, it is. It's these. Now, would you like to swap these for Pictionary?
Yes.
Yes, you would. That's fantastic news for me because this is my star price. So it kind of encourages more people to buy tickets.
Oh, yes.
So I do appreciate that greatly. And I tell you what, as a special treat, you can get that as well. OK, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good.
What a nice man. He walked away with what he wanted, and we recycled some of Sian's less saleable clutter. Everyone's a winner. Our two teams are hard at work, flogging their wares, and it's nice to see, Sian, that you're giving Mark a run for his money when it comes to the gift of the gab.
Now, you can make a really nice jelly with this, or flower arranging vase.
What? What are you talking about, flower arranging?
See, he may be mocking you, but secretly he's impressed with your skills. Keep it up, Sian.
The best jelly, then.
We'll take a tenner.
I don't think you will.
It's Victorian. OK, I'll have a deal with you. You can have it for a £5, but you bring back a jelly for me. Deal?
I like that idea.
There we are. We've got jelly coming. Lovely. Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Well done, Mark. That's another £5 in the kitty. But can you turn the charm on for another deal?
I like those.
Yeah.
I think I'll just go and
Have a little think. No problem. I'll reserve them for you.
Oh, he's so nice, isn't he? Although let's hope she comes back for them, Mark, or you could miss out on a sale.
Thank you, please.
The competition for the Trash to Cash crown is hotting up, and Paul's determined to make as many sales as possible.
How much are we asking for it?
Look, about £5, sir.
£5?
Yes. That's a nice one, actually.
That's with treasure.
Yes, it's well buried. It's in there somewhere. Is that all right with you?
I was thinking more like £3.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think it's worth it, actually. Let me just have a check. There's no bags of sovereigns in it or anything like that. Well, that's taken a long time to make, hasn't it? £3.50 then. How does that sound?
Right, done.
There we are.
£3.50 for an empty treasure chest. Sounds like gold to me. And back on Mark's stall, someone else is looking at those pots.
Oh, yeah? All right.
Yeah. I saw my mum looking at these and can I buy them for her?
Well, these pots?
Yeah.
Your mum liked these. Do you know that?
Yeah.
You buy them as a present?
Yeah.
They're nice.
Yeah.
How much money you got?
£5.
£5?
Yeah.
Then it's going to have to be £5, I'm afraid. Lovely. Thank you very much.
£5 for some old pots is a good result, Mark. But you'd better get cracking as Paul's storming ahead with his sales.
Now, how about a nice mirror for the bathroom? Well, this is actually a nice item, isn't it? I mean, we were looking for about £30.
£30?
Well, there is a light fitting that attaches to it.
Yeah, that seems a bit too much. I've only got a certain amount of money with me today.
We've heard that excuse a few times today.
Would you be happy to sell it to me for 20?
OK, well, on reflection, £20 sounds about right.
Is it a deal? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Good work, Paul. You're doing a sterling job. I think it's time to have a quick chat with Mark.
Now, I've seen you sell snow to Eskimos and you can't, what, shift a cabinet? What's the matter? What's going on with you?
The night is young, it will sell by the end of the day, mark my words.
OK, because at the moment the man from Morecambe's in the lead, beating you senseless, even though this is your home turf.
I have no fears because these are my people, I know how to talk to them and I can get as much cash out of them as I need to win.
Well, those are confident words, Mr. Franks. Could it be because you've got an ace up your sleeve? Remember the small table and the wooden cabinet that Mark found in the garage? Well, he's sent them to auction and is hoping that the buyers will dig deep and help him get a big step closer to the trash to cash crown. First to go before the bidders is the small table. Mark valued it at £30, so let's see if the bidders agree.
Number 507, a restorer's lot, so mahogany occasional table, Edwardian, what's it worth? £20 for it? £10 for it?
This is not looking good. The auctioneer has already had to halve the starting price and he's not getting a bid.
£10 for it, please. £10, I'm bid at £10. No bid, I'm bid at 10, I'm going to be 12 at 10, 12 at 12, 15, 18, 20, 18, bid you want 20, 22. Says no at £20, bid at £20. Are you out at £20 and going for £20? Done at £20. £20, buy number 136. £20, thank you.
Well done, Mr. Franks. £20 is a bit less than we were hoping for, but the real money is in the teak cabinet that's still to go under the hammer. And Mark's hoping it'll make a tidy £150. Well, I hope for your sake it does fetch a good price, Mr. Franks, because you've not even managed to shift Danny's cabinet yet. And Paul's looking favourite for the trash to cash crown, unless you pull your finger out.
Selling that cabinet?
Oh, beautiful.
Well, I take it all back. You may have found a buyer for it after all.
Just the thing I'm looking for.
Excellent. What would you like to pay for it, Eva?
Well, £5.
Oh, gosh. I was hoping a bit more than that.
Did you really?
Yes.
Like what had you in mind?
Well, I thought just add another zero, 50 quid.
Well, I know it's an antique.
It's only a zero, isn't it?
My word, this lady's a tough one to deal with. You've got your work cut out for you here, Mark.
You're a very good neighbour. I had short hair when we started haggling for this, didn't I? What's your very final price?
Right. Shall we say 7?
£8 is the deal.
Okay.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
£8 for Danny's handiwork. How disappointing, Mr. Franks. It takes a smart lady to get the better of you. We're still a long way off from the £500 we need for the Feng Shui consultation and the good cause. But it looks like there's a light at the end of the tunnel for Paul.
How much for this chandelier?
You see, well, we're looking for about £50 for that one. It's a nice one, isn't it?
But I think £50 is probably a bit too much, really, for me. 15?
I'm afraid I can't go to that. You know, these are good quality items. I mean, don't forget you've got 4 working bulbs here, which is all right.
You're not really helping yourself there, are you, Mr. Hayes?
Would you be happy to pay 20?
OK, £20, but I'll have to ask my friend for the other 5, because I've got 15 on me, and then I'll get the other.
OK, well, you're going to see your friend. Yes, that sounds a good deal.
Excellent.
Well done, Paul. £20 is a good result for the chandelier and keeps you in the lead. So the pressure's really on now for Mark to get a good price for the teak cabinet. Remember, he sent it to auction. And he's hoping it'll fetch £150. With so much at stake, it's a crucial time. There are plenty of bidders in the room today, but will any of them be interested in the cupboard?
Number 502, a painted teak floor standing cupboard with fitted interior. Something £100 for it. 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, £140. That's a bit £140. Take 150, £140. If you're done for 140, your large chance and gone, you out. £140. You've got it 140. Buy number 184.
What a fantastic result. The cupboard has just been sitting in the garage collecting dust. But thanks to the Trash to Cash team, it's now made Sian a massive £140. Time's running out on today's house sale, but those boys are doing a brilliant job.
Now, we're asking a couple of pounds each for these.
Who's got a goldfish?
Thank you very much.
And my tombola is still pulling in the punters.
56.
Wow, you've won the star prize. You've won the 2 candelabras from the 1930s.
Lucky girl. And as she walks away with her winnings, it's time for our 2 teams to make some last-minute deals. Paul finds a keen buyer for the room divider.
Glad you spotted that, madam. It's a nice one, isn't it?
How about a tenner?
A tenner? £10 sounds fair enough.
That's great.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Mark's pulling in those last few pounds.
Who's it for? You?
No, my sister.
Do you like a £3?
No, £2.10.
Okay, deal. Thank you.
We've recycled a mountain of unwanted clutter, but as the customers start to drift away, all that's left to do is tot up our total and crown today's Trash to Cash King.
So first of all, did you enjoy today?
Great fun.
What was it like working with Mr. Franks, or was that a stupid question?
Careful what you say.
Well, he was a bit expensive for my friends, but we don't know how much we made yet.
Okay, that's not like you. You're usually very cheap. Right, and what about you guys?
I think we enjoyed it, didn't we?
Yeah, it was great.
I think you two worked really, really hard from what I could see. And as a result of your endeavours, you've made £170.
Hey, how's that?
So that's really good, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
And though it pains me to say, not for you, but certainly as far as he's concerned, you two made £340.
Yay! Yeah, you can keep your expensive.
So that means that you're the Trash to Cash King.
And you're my queen.
Oh. Now, together with the tombola, overall, you have actually banked £540.
Fantastic.
Wow.
So you pleased with us?
Yes, yep.
I think that's a very good result for a day out, don't you? Even if it was your front drive.
Thanks to the Trash to Cash team, Sian's raised a whopping £540. And she's been inspired to continue her clear out and have a real go at feng shuiing her beautiful house. The best news, though, is that half the money raised is going to Sian's chosen charity, and she wastes no time in popping down to the sailing centre to find out what the £270 she's raised will be spent on.
The money that you're presenting to us is going to be used towards a disability boat that we're building at the moment, and it's going to be the only one of its kind in the world. It's been specially built for people with disabilities to teach others with disabilities and able-bodied. Your contribution towards this boat is greatly appreciated. Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
It's great to see the money going to such a good cause, and there's already a fair bit of activity on the water today, so Sian decides to stay and watch the sailing. It's been a great day on the river, and Sian's now relaxed and in the mood to spend her money on her feng shui consultation.
It's great to get rid of some clutter every now and again, so I've decided to do it on a regular basis. I've got to sort my feng shui man out and see if he's got any extra tips. So all in all, it's been great fun.
Now, if you'd like to make some cash by recycling all your old clutter, we've got plenty of tips and advice on how to do that at our website, bbc.co.uk/lifestyle. See you next time.